got to spend part of it time with, like I told you, the view for city manager, and then oh, what happened?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, everybody. I would like to call the February 27th, 2025 regular meeting of the Moraine City Council to order at 6 o'clock. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Allen,
Here.
Mr. Miller,
Here.
Mr. Doherty,
Here.
Ms. Marcus,
Here.
Mr. Burchett,
Here.
Mrs. Witt,
Here.
Mayor Murphy.
Here. Now, if everyone will please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remove your hats. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Council has copies of the February 13th, 2025 special council meeting minutes. Does anyone have any changes or corrections? Hearing none, the minutes are approved as submitted. Council has copies of the February 13th, 2025 regular council meeting minutes. Does anyone have any changes or corrections? Hearing none, the minutes are approved as submitted. We have no special presentations at this time, so we will go into reports. Finance Committee, anything to report?
No report, thank you.
Finance Director, anything to report?
I have nothing, thank you.
Committee of the Whole, anything to report?
Yes, our last meeting was on February 13th, and there is a meeting following this meeting tonight. Thank you.
City Manager, anything to report?
I have nothing beyond the written report, Mayor, unless there are questions.
Director, anything to report?
Thank you, Mayor. I have a few items this evening. The first is just a heads up with respect to Resolution 8129-25, which is on the agenda for this evening. That's a resolution accepting the proposal of Reliable Construction Services for provision of fuel system removal and related services. After the last CAL, the city was advised that Reliable Construction Services has undergone a name change and is now MIBA Inc., DBA GF Construction Services Midwest. Therefore, when we get to that item during the business portion of the meeting, I'll make a request that we so amend that resolution, just a heads up information for that. The next item is a request to add Resolution 8134-25 to the agenda, which is a resolution approving the appointment of Gina Delph to the Merit System Commission. We would just need a motion and a vote to add that item.
I'll make a motion that we add 8134-25 to the agenda.
You've heard the motion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Burchett,
Yes.
Mrs. Witt,
Yes,
Mrs. Allen,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes.
Thank you. The next request is to add Resolution 8135-25 to the agenda. That's a resolution approving the appointment of Gina Delph to the Planning Commission.
I'll make the motion to add 8135 to the agenda.
You've heard the motion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Burchett,
Yes.
Mrs. Witt,
yes,
Mrs. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. The last item I have is a request to add Resolution 8136-25 to the agenda. That's a resolution approving a base salary adjustment for the city manager and director of public safety employment agreement.
I make a resolution to approve the salary adjustment per the city manager.
To add it to the agenda.
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Burchett,
Yes.
Mrs. Witt,
yes,
Mrs. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes.
That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
And for I have my court monthly report for December. The gross revenue of the mayor's account and bond account for the month of December 2024 was $12,163.69. After disbursements, the net total for December 2024 was $9,450.50. And I will have January's next month. And now we will go into guest speakers. I invite Commissioner McDonald to come to the podium, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to join you tonight. As many of you know, I am the newest county commissioner from Montgomery County, and I'm so excited about the work that we have ahead of us. I've made it my business to say I'm going to visit every city and township that I can in Montgomery County over this year. So I'm starting out with you, and I'm extremely excited to be able to do that. Some of you may know that I was the mayor of the city of Trotwood for 8 years and served on the council for a total of 18. I think I bring a particular perspective from having been a mayor and a part of council to the county commission because, as you know, we're your partners in the work that we do. And often when I'm sitting in the commission meetings, I realize some of the things that I'm able to share deeply come from the fact that I know the challenges that cities and township have. And I know the challenges that are ahead of us. And I want you to know that there is a voice, and it is mine, that is there to remind people that are a little closer to the ground of where people are, how much we need partnerships in the work that we do. I'm one of those people also who, if I can't sleep at night and I'm worried about something, that means other people are too. And that means my state representatives and those people are going to get a call. So know that, again, I'm deeply involved with our party and making sure that people understand what's going on and reaching up as far as to our governor to let them know that there are many concerns that we have with the challenges that we have ahead as a city and that we want to make sure that we make right decisions that help people and not cause harm. So I'll be happy to entertain any questions you might have from me.
Will the county commissioners have any impact on NATO when they come in May?
Yes, we will. We have work that we're doing now and improvements that we're doing with downtown and making sure that we're able to support Congressman Turner and the work that's going on there.
Good.
Yes, and we're excited about that. That's going to be great for our country. That's going to be great for our city and our state. And it is absolutely an exciting time for us to get this work in. Absolutely. Any other questions? Well, great. Please know, and you have my contact information. I have my office staff with me today. David Young. Would you stand, please, David? He's my chief staff, and then Marcus Davison, and he handles our day-to-day in the office. So again, we're extremely excited to be here for you and to just know that I do understand, and I say that because my other fellow commissioners have not served at the level of mayor and council. And it really does make a difference when you understand those things. And I think it's kind of like a niche for us now because I can kind of see some areas that we were not necessarily as connected to county commission as we could have been. And I think that by being, having been a mayor, I'm able to bring that perspective. So again, thank you all so much for having me, and know that I'm just downtown whenever you need me. And thank you so much, citizens.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we will go into businesses.
Ordinance 216624, an ordinance certifying unpaid charges for grass mowing and weed cutting to the Montgomery County Auditor and collections with real estate taxes in the amount of $11,729.04.
This ordinance approves county assessments for unpaid mowing charges. This is the first reading of this legislation, and the second reading and final adoption will be at the March 13th, 2025 regular council meeting.
Resolution 8129-25, a resolution accepting the proposal of Reliable Construction Services in the amount of $56,630 for the provision of fuel system removal and related services.
Mayor, this is the resolution I spoke about earlier regarding needing to amend the resolution to correct the name of Reliable Construction Services to MIBA Inc., DBA JF Construction Services Midwest, So we would first need a motion to amend this resolution.
I make a motion to amend the resolution.
You've heard the motion. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
And then we would just need a second motion to approve the amended resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended resolution.
You've heard the motion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Resolution 8130-25, a resolution authorizing the Ohio Department of Transportation to undertake resurfacing the specified roadway within the city of Moraine and known as the MOT South Dixie RSFPH 2 resurfacing project, PID number 121588.
This resolution allows the city of Moraine to enter into an agreement with the Ohio Department of Transportation for the second phase of the South Dixie Drive resurfacing project. Construction is slated to take place in the summer of 2026, and this is a 2026 budgeted item. Make a motion to approve?
You've heard the motion. Are there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Resolution 8131-25, a resolution authorizing an agreement between the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff, and the City of Moraine for the purchase and annual maintenance of mobile licenses on Motorola Premier One CAD with the Montgomery County Regional Dispatch Center, RDC, in an amount not to exceed $33,750 through December 31st, 2029.
This legislation approves additional connections to the county for the city's dispatch system and includes a 15 iPad and 3 Fire Division MDT licenses. These additions will be combined with the Police Division agreement with Montgomery County for 2026, but will be paid separately this year. The 2025 costs will be covered by IT and the Police Division. I'll make a motion to approve.
You've heard the motion. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Resolution 8132-25, a resolution accepting the proposal and authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Daleen M. Pride for the audit of motor vehicle records.
This legislation allows the city to enter into an agreement with Daleen Pride to provide motor vehicle registration audit services for calendar year 2024. Motion to approve.
You've heard the motion. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Resolution 8133-25, a resolution approving an employment agreement setting forth the terms and conditions governing the appointment of Annetta Williams as Moraine Finance Director.
This resolution approves the employment agreement and appointment of Annetta Williams as the city's finance director. Motion to approve?
We need,
Do we need the?
law director.
Yeah, so I was advised earlier, there needs to be a correction to the employment agreement that's attached to that resolution as Exhibit A, that being to Section 3, salary. My understanding is the amount that is currently stated in there is $117,130, and that needs to be amended to $117,145.60. And I don't know if the city manager or the finance director would like to add anything additional to that.
Yes, Law Director, I will add that this is due to a common rounding issue that we have in our finance software. That is what is creating the $15 difference, is our software doesn't allow beyond 2 decimal points.
So then we would just first need a motion to amend Exhibit A to Resolution 8133-25 as I have just described.
I'll make a motion to amend 8133-25 Exhibit A as per the law director's request.
You've heard the motion. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
No.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
And then we would just need a motion to approve the resolution as amended with the amended Exhibit A.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended resolution as amended with Exhibit A.
You've heard the motion. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
No.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Mrs. Marcus?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Resolution 8134-25, a resolution approving the appointment of Gina Delph to the Merit System Commission.
Gina Delph has applied to the Merit Commission to be appointed after a successful interview and background check. This legislation appoints Gina Delph to the Merit System Commission. Motion to approve.
You've heard the motion. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Resolution 8135-25, a resolution approving the appointment of Gina Delph to the Planning Commission.
Gina Delp also applied for a position with the Planning Commission. This legislation appoints Ms. Delp to that commission. Motion to approve.
You've heard the motion. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Resolution 8136-25, a resolution approving a base salary adjustment per the city manager and director of public safety employment agreement previously authorized by council.
The annual review of the performance of the city manager, Michael Davis, has been completed. This legislation approves an increase in the base salary per the employment agreement previously authorized by council. Motion to approve.
You've heard the motion. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes. Time, is there anyone that would like to appear before council? No? And if anybody from our staff would like to come to the podium and say anything, you could do so at this time.
Nick is good too.
First off, I'd like to thank, or actually congratulate Ms. Delph to the Planning Commission. Looking forward to working with you. Just wanted to give a update that the city of Moraine was awarded the Tree City USA status for its 14th year by the Arbor Day Foundation, which is a nationally recognized foundation. I did want to thank Parks and Recreation Department, the Community Development Department, Streets Department, Council, the Tree Board, for all their support and help with this. I know you're probably wondering about an update with the new entryway signs. So about 2 weeks ago, I did meet with David Wilson, who is going to be our contractor with Wilfab Signs. That's the name of the company. We're going to start phase 1 of the entryway sign installation here in early to mid-March, depending on the weather. This will be the eastern half of Moraine, so pretty much from the Great Miami River over to the eastern corporate limits of Moraine. This project will take about 2 to 3 days in total, and then thereafter we will analyze the western portion of Moraine with Wilfab for phase 2. So in total, we're looking at about 33 new signs. I just want to ask, did anyone have any questions or anything about any updates with the new entryway signs or anything?
Oh, just can't wait to see them.
They'll look good.
Yep.
So,
Nick, is that just the installation then? Are we still getting the signs through Insignia, or is that changing?
So the signs are completed through Insignia, so that
Okay.
was done through Insignia, and then WillFab will be the subcontractor for them to install them, so.
All right.
Some of them will be on U-channel posts, so especially in the neighborhoods. Some of them still have the small two wooden posts that are out by the right-of-way.
Right.
We're changing those to U-channel posts, and it's gonna be a smaller Moraine sign. Kind of similar to what Miami Township has. You'll see where they have kind of like the round ones on the U-channel.
Right.
We're doing that in the neighborhoods for a lot of the neighborhoods. So Jeanette, you'll probably see that a lot in your neighborhood, I know. Over in that way, there's a lot of smaller City of Moraine welcome signs where the boundary kind of changes and everything. And then the main entry points to the city are gonna be the larger 48 by 30 signs. So those will be on double posts and everything to
Yep.
make sure. And we have some missing signs as well from over the years, and those are replaced under our contract. So we will be back to probably about, 10 years ago, when we did have full signage, what it will be at again, so.
Sounds good.
We're
Thank you.
excited for it, so, yep.
Can't wait to see them.
If you have any other questions or anything, feel free to give me a call or email, so, thank you.
Thank you.
City Manager, anything further to report?
I have nothing further, Mayor. Thank you.
Law Director, anything further to report?
No, Mayor, thank you.
Acting Finance Director, anything further to report?
I have nothing, thank you.
Clerk of Council, anything to report?
I have nothing, thank you.
Ms. Allen, anything to report?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Ms. Witt, anything to report?
Yes, I would like to congratulate the Finance Director on the award, Nick on the award, and the Police Department. I might be jumping the gun, so I won't say anything about, no, I'll let you do that. Like to thank Commissioner McDonald for showing up tonight. I think you're the first commissioner that have come since I've been on council.
Me too.
So we appreciate that. And I would like to thank all that came tonight. And Gina, thanks for joining the Planning and Merit Commission. We need more people joining our commissions. We're still short,
Yes.
so thank you. And that's all.
Ms. Marcus, anything to report?
I have nothing.
Mr. Burchett, anything to report?
All I have is, February 19th, I attended the monthly board meeting of the MVCC. That's all I have, thank you.
Mr. Doherty, anything to report?
I'd just like to recognize Chief Richardson for his 30 years of service with the city. Pretty impressive.
Yay.
Mr. Miller, anything to report?
Nothing further, Mayor, thanks.
And I would like to thank Nick for getting the signs done. And they'll look really nice now. They'll all be the same, and we won't have mismatched. And to the Finance Department for the award that we got that she showed us. It's really nice. And thank Commissioner McDonald for coming and giving us a speech today. And thank all of our city staff for everything that you do for this city. It's really appreciated. I would also like to thank the Miami Valley Communication. Yes?
I do have one thing, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I wanted to thank everybody who attended First Tier Suburbs last night. City of Moraine hosted the First Tier Suburbs up at Wind Supply. It went very well. We had a very good meeting concerning the NATO coming to Dayton. And I just want to thank everybody that came to that meeting. Thank you.
Again, I would like to thank the Miami Valley Communications Council for broadcasting this meeting live as well as any future rebroadcast. This regular council meeting is adjourned at 6:23.